We discovered a new virus.
One video published by a Chinese government-affiliated news site, a case in point. As China raises the alarm and swiftly enacts a lockdown, the US, represented by Lady Liberty, has only insults and incredulity.
Rym Momtaz, that video, by the way, the Lego video that we just saw, it's on the Twitter account of the Chinese embassy here in Paris.
Yes, you're right to point out the Chinese embassy in Paris, because they've been at the tip of the spear of Chinese propaganda and disinformation. We should say disinformation, if not lies, campaign, around the world, targeting not just the US, and obviously there is a US-China issue going on and an underlying clash, but also targeting Europe and trying to undermine the cohesion of the EU bloc, attacking the way various countries, handled the epidemic. I don't know if you saw in this particular Lego-inspired, although I'm not sure Lego actually, gave permission for them to use their own animation. I don't know if you saw, but at one point I thought there was quite an offensive part that showed the Leaning Tower of Pisa kind of going down with a weird, almost kind of ridiculing sound, as if to make fun of the hardship that Italy went through. And, to talk about this particular video that came out, I mean, there's no question that the way US President Donald Trump has handled the entire epidemic is extremely problematic, that he has made false statements about the epidemic and the science behind it. But that is not to say that this video by the Chinese is any closer to the truth than anything Donald Trump has said.
Enough there to anger the United States, enough, as you say, to anger Italy, Denmark, because Lego is Danish after all. Nonetheless, Politico is reporting that earlier this week, the EU on the slide watered down critical remarks of China.
Yes, so Politico's playbook, Brussels playbook, broke the story last Monday when we got a copy of an internal EEAS, so the European External Action Service, report that they were preparing to release. It was supposed to get released Monday or Tuesday. It was about the disinformation and propaganda campaigns, not just by China, by the way, but also Russia and other actors. And then we kept waiting for the report to be released. It never came until Friday. And on Friday, it came out, and the language regarding China was indeed changed and was indeed made less strong, watered down. And there were a lot of questions raised by the Brussels sort of journalists who were there. And, the EEAS press service tried to undermine, there's no other way, they tried to smear Politico by saying that we were spreading disinformation, and then they had to apologize to us. And then their line of defense was that there's always two versions of these reports, one for internal use and one for